What's up, Ken? We're about 5 minutes early, but that's okay. I was sitting here kind of waiting for the time to go by anyway. Surprised that my internet's down so low. Huh. Do I seem to be lagging at all? And I'm not using my normal mic. I'm using the mic on the camera because I'm actually inside my RV. About the same, I think. I lost all this weight when I was sick. That was a long time ago. Can you hear me okay with this camera mic? I think it's turned up all it goes, I think. Well, it's okay. Okay. I just want to make sure if I'm lagging or not. I'm on my laptop, so I don't know how well it's going to perform with the live. I'm not directly connected. I'm not plugged into the router. I think the router is right beside me, so I should be getting a decent signal. I don't know why I'm not, unless my kids used all the Wi-Fi. That could be. Hmm. My phone shows that I get plenty of Wi-Fi. I don't know why this isn't.
Maybe you don't have it hooked up.
Yeah, it's hooked up, or I wouldn't be on at all. Same old thing, working whatever, and my main computer broke down for a while. There's a little bracket that holds your CPU fan, and that busted on me, so I had to order a new one. And I researched when I built that computer. I actually built that one. I didn't think it was as old as it was, but I built that computer back in 2011, which is a long time ago. And my computer runs 24/7. So that computer's been running since 2011. So I decided it's about time to not test fate, and I ordered a new motherboard for it and increased the RAM because I was only running. I had a 6-core CPU, Athlon CPU, and the CPU is fast enough, but the limitation on RAM on that motherboard is 8 gigs. And with all the editing I do and the graphics I do and everything, and doing the lives and stuff, I figured it's time to upgrade to a board that would take more RAM. So the new board takes 32 gigs. So that's what's going in that. And the upgraded video card to 4 gigs, which I'm still waiting for that. The guy shipped it separately. Well, actually, sent me the wrong one. Was the first one was faulty, so they had to send me another one. And plus, it had the benefit of having the new USB 3.0. You don't have to remind me. I feel old enough now. Yeah, I'll be 68. Ancient. Frankly, the other reason I've been doing many lives is because nobody shows up. I mean, I'll be surprised if anybody shows up tonight. And I gave people notice, even through Facebook, and messaged people also, including Recon, which Recon never even answered me. Although he did ask me why I hadn't done a live, and that's why, because people don't show up. And I don't have time to send messages to 2,000 people. They're not real active anyway, most of them. Oh, my goodness, Kirsten showed up. How about that? Hi, Kirsten. How are you? Trinity may or may not be here. She says she was tired, so she wasn't sure if she's going to bed right off or not. But you and your dad and me are the same age, yeah. Because if I do a post on Facebook, I have to actually provide a link to the live itself. And I have trouble doing with that with the phone. And I guess I could, if I was on my new computer out in the shop, I could probably do it okay. Then I could copy and paste it a lot easier. But I've done that before, Kirsten, and it didn't seem to help any. Nobody seemed to pay attention to it. I could probably make a group in the group message to everybody that's on my friends list or whoever I want to come. A lot of people on my friends list I know won't come anyway, so I don't bother with them. Yeah, I'm definitely a lot faster too. Of course, I do send a general message out to the community on my from my YouTube website itself. From the YouTube site itself, I send one out to everybody. It actually goes out. It goes out through YouTube everywhere. Plus, everybody on my friends list should get it. But some people say they never get it, so that's why I try to make the extra effort of letting people know. But of course, if I had hundreds and hundreds of people,
Oh, well.
they can't see you over there.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't. Look, you can't see the coffee pot over there.
So they know I'm here now.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be easier than texting people individually. YouTube's playing its old tricks. It's showing one person here and there's 3 people here. Wow. Yeah, that could be. A lot of people, they don't have the notifications on. And some people say they do, but sometimes they don't realize that they actually don't. And some people in their initial settings can set it so they don't get any notifications at all. He sent me a message a while back asking why I haven't done any lives if I'm going to do any more. I did tell him I intended to, and I told him about my computer being broke down, so that would be a while. That was about a week ago, or maybe a week and a half ago. Well, that's good to know, Kirsten. That means then I shouldn't have to text you individually. But I think he's still working nights. I think, isn't he, Ken? As far as I know, he is anyway. I did message Michaela and Kylie. They probably won't come either. And Lexi, McKenzie, and Wesley, and a bunch of others. But that's why I don't do the lives very often, very seldom, because people don't show up. So, and believe me, I tried before really hard for the first year. I think it was. Ask Ken. I did lives every night every night without fail. When I first started doing them, we got more. We had, 7 or 8 people. Once in a while, we hit 9 or 10. I think the biggest amount we got was 15. Yeah, they do the vertical screen for when you're using your phone to do lives and stuff like that. I had the ability to do it in StreamYard here. I could have made it vertical, but I didn't want to do that. If I was doing a live with my telephone, well, that would be ideal to do it vertical through StreamYard. It probably would take a little bit less resources. I must be lagging. I don't know why. I'm in the same room as my router that's wireless. I should be getting full strength, and I'm only getting 1 bar. That's awful.
We got a storm coming in. That might be.
It wouldn't affect the router at all.
I'm just telling you. Sometimes it does.
But yeah, and Andrew said there was a storm coming in, but I mean that might knock the signal down on the satellite itself some. But Kirsten said to say hi to Nana, and I love her.
I love her too.
She said she loves you too, but if you really loved her, you'd come over and give her a hug.
Kim. Tell her it's all right.
Like I just said, Ken, they do the vertical screen, so if somebody's doing a live on their phone, that's vertical screen. They can do the whole vertical screen on the phone. And it won't be chopped off in the middle of the picture itself here on a horizontal one. Yeah, I know you've been at Sonia's all weekend. We missed you. That's really not true. We didn't really miss you because normally you're in your room anyway, so. But your mother did tell us you were at Sonia's. Yes, I do, Ken. I just didn't want to go out my office right now because my computer is transferring some files for me, a bunch of them, onto 1 terabyte USB drive. I'm kind of doing a backup of the computer, so I can't do a live stream when I got that going on. So I'm, like I said, I'm using my laptop. And I even did some improvements in the office. I got a hold of a big shelf finally to put my paintings on, so I can get them out from under the table and stuff and organize things a little better. And I now have the software here now that I can actually run 2 cameras, not just 1. So if I'm doing a live and I'm painting, I can run 2 cameras at the same time. So I could put one camera facing the palette, so people can see the paint, me mixing the colors, and then the other camera would be on the painting itself. I'm surprised Velvet's not on even. I don't know if she works this late or not, though. She might, because I think she works for Crystal's as a manager. So she might be on later, up working later. Hey, Wesley. How you doing? How's my boy doing? I wish we could have afforded it. I would like to have gone up to his birthday party. But it was too far for us for sure. I figure you probably were, Ken. How's Weston doing and Chrisanna? Just put Weston down. Finally got him tired enough to go to sleep, huh? I saw the pictures of the birthday party. Looked like you had a lot of fun there. I knew he'd be walking real soon, that's for sure. In fact, you and I was just talking about that the other day. We figured he'd be walking and running all over the place real quick. Of course, Michaela had her little girl, Adeline, and Callie is due in
June 2nd.
June 2nd. And she's having a little girl too. Well, that's good, Ken. Drop links to my membership. I've been dying to get people to sign up for my membership. Even that little cheap one that's $2.99 a month would be better than nothing. It would certainly help the channel. Trying to run, I bet that's funny. Is he tripping all over the place? He must be saying daddy by now, ain't he, and mommy? Or dada and mama? Well, it takes a little practice, Ken. He's talking a little bit, mostly dada. Yeah, it seems like that seems to be. It's strange. You think that they learn mama first, but they always seem to learn dada first. Kirsten, tell your mom that Wesley's on so she can say hello. He's definitely a cute little fella. I can't figure out who he looks like the most, whether he looks more like you than Chrisanna or what. I think he does favor you quite a bit. I got a feeling he's gonna have about the same amount of hair as you and your father did. When he gets older, anyway. As you can see, I'm in the camper tonight. It's the first time I've done a live in the camper. They look similar. I wouldn't be surprised. Did you put a picture of you as a baby beside him, Wesley? I think I actually have some pictures of you when you were a baby somewhere. Jen's doing okay. She has a new boyfriend now, but he ran into some problems too. He had a some heart problems after they were together for a couple months and ended up having a quadruple bypass. He was only 50 years old. Trini's little boy is a cute little fellow too. He's already pretty chubby. He's getting quite a little belly on him. All he wants to do is eat. Although Michaela's little girl's like that too. All she wants to do is eat too. Yeah, he's got that hairline curse for sure. Yeah, you definitely take after your father on that one. Can't blame that on my side of the family, Wesley. That's Nana's side of the family with that hairline. That comes from her side. Her father, her brothers had the same one. But no one on my side had that hairline like that. You see, I don't have a problem with hairlines.
I don't either.
I got plenty of hair. That's because you're a female. But yeah, Jane's doing okay. I actually did message her, tell her that I was doing a live, but she didn't respond. He's 30 inches taller and 20 pounds, huh? He's growing fast. Kirsten, did you tell your mom to come on? Probably fell asleep. How are you doing in the service, Wesley? You get your promotion to a corporal yet? Is Chrisanna still in the service at all, or is she still just on leave? I've been awful extended leave if she was still in. Now, no, Ken, his daddy Wesley's pretty tall. Uh-oh. Wesley's got orders to go to Korea in a year. So I'm assuming that's South Korea, obviously. I want to be just as far away from Kim Jong Un as I could get. So she's got a little over a year to go still. Is she going to stay in or is she going to get out? Oh, you leave in July for Korea? This July? Wow. Not too far away. Well, hopefully Christina will be able to stay stateside anyway with the baby. And I'm sure you'll miss them both terribly.
What are they sending him away to?
Wesley, they're sending him to Korea, of all places, in July. Kim Jong-un's territory.
Dylan's not far from there either.
Where is he?
I don't remember.
Yeah, Dylan's over there somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly, but Dylan's over there too somewhere. I don't think he's in Korea, though, that I know of. As far as I know, he's still on the aircraft carrier Theodore Roosevelt, I believe. I'm not even sure how long Dylan's been in the service now. He's been there, what, a couple of years now?
No.
Year and a half?
Not quite a year.
Yeah, I guess he ain't been in quite a year yet. It seems like it's been longer than that, though. So Chris Ann doesn't know where she's going to be going yet, huh? I guess Kirsten must have abandoned us. I've tried to talk to her a couple of times, but I guess she's gone. Ken, you still here? Or is my internet just lagging that bad? I probably could have done a better live on my damn phone. What if the antennas are buried over there? It's in the back. A bunch of junk in front of it. Could be. Are you painting on the balcony? What are you painting? Ah, there you are. I was only showing two people. That's why I was beginning to wonder. Kirsten, did you tell your mom to get on? So she can say hello to Wesley? I'm sure she'd want to. Nobody's bought this cup yet but me. Right there. Your logo there, Wesley. She's asleep. Paint a canvas for 5 minutes and then switch and then keep on painting, huh? That can be interesting, I'm sure. No, I haven't done a painting for 3 months at least. Just been doing other things, too busy doing other things, and just haven't had a desire to paint anything lately. Because basically I got tired of painting and recording them and nobody watching them. And people say they watch the whole thing, but they really don't, because I can tell by my demographics and stuff. The stuff that I get from YouTube shows me very clearly they don't watch it. Nobody watches the whole thing. Well, that's a good way to do an interesting abstract. An abstract, Kirsten. One paint 5 minutes, and the other paint 5 minutes, back and forth. You can probably get an interesting abstract out of that deal. Then you both have to sign the painting. Never know, it might be something fantastic that will just somebody will just have to have it. and pay a bunch of money for it. You never know. I know a guy that painted a painting that did abstracts that he did a really big one. I mean, a real big one in his living room. He's a friend of mine. I knew him quite well. That's all he did was abstracts. He did this one, a lot of bright colors, red, blue, green, yellow, all over squares and circles and all kinds of different dimensions or different objects and stuff. And um, that was probably like a 40 by 40 painting. And a guy from that used to be an art dealer came by his house and he bought it from him for $3,500. And it was done in acrylic. $3,500. It didn't take him that long to paint it either, even though it's a 40 by 40. It didn't take him that long. Yeah, so you never know. Then he had about 4 or 5 other paintings on the wall that was really small ones. And sometimes he'd do paintings and then he'd glue stuff on the paintings, like different materials and ribbons or pieces of sticks or wood or something and whatever. And the guy came back and bought the other 4 or 5 paintings on his wall, and they were smaller, way smaller, for another $3,500. So it gave him $7,000 altogether for those paintings. Yep. And every one of them were abstracts. Every one of them. He couldn't paint a tree if his life depended on it. All he could paint was abstracts. And I didn't like any of them. I thought they all sucked. I wouldn't give a nickel for any of them. But like I said, to each their own. And this guy was from like a New York museum. New York, he was a New York dealer, art dealer. And right place, right time, meeting the right person and having what they're looking for. That's all it amounted to. And he was lucky. The first painting he sold for $3,500. He was going crazy. He worked a part-time job. He actually worked for me in a restaurant, and he needed money he was behind on his mortgage payment on his house. He sold that painting just in time to pay a few extra payments, I guess, or more, and get him out of the hole. And actually, he didn't want to sell the painting. In fact, at first, he told me that he refused to sell it to the guy, but he finally relented because the guy actually came back once or twice more and to buy it, to hound him to sell it to him, and he finally did. But he needed the money bad enough that he did sell it. What looks good, Wesley? Yeah, the painting of the friend of mine looked good, I guess, to the art dealer that did. That's why I gave him all that money for it. I thought my landscapes looked good, but they weren't good enough for him to buy them, evidently. I guess he was just looking for abstracts. Although I've sold some for a pretty good amount of money, you know. That little girl dreaming of Kirsten, I actually discounted that to a guy for $600. I actually wanted more than that. But that also is a pretty good size painting too. I think that one was a 40 by 40. And I did one of an ocean scene with some seagulls and stuff in it, and an island like whatever, and some rocks and whatever. This woman actually up in New Hampshire, and I had to send it to her, and it was a 24 by 36, and that one I got quite a bit for too. I think I got 400 or 500 for that one, and we actually had to take that one off the stretchers and roll it up to send it to her because it was too big, couldn't send it. So she bought her own frame, which was great, but she still had to have pay somebody at an art place to put it to restretch it back onto a frame. So that cost her even more money. But she wanted it bad enough that she bought it the way it was on canvas, and that was an oil painting. So obviously that one had to dry for quite a while before I could send it. And I just rolled it up in a big tube and sent it to her. But I put a real thin wax paper on top of it before I rolled it so it wouldn't stick. Well, I was really hopeful we'd have a lot more people tonight since I haven't done a live in 3 or 4 months or more. Thought we'd maybe get lucky and get a bunch of people in tonight. I would imagine Recon doesn't get off until probably 11 o'clock. Trinity would have been here, like I told you guys before, but she was really tired from working, and she's going to be a manager for Waffle House. Although she wanted to come down here for a short vacation before she took over as manager, which is at the end of the month. They're paying that girl an ungodly amount of money as a manager for Waffle House, like 100,000 a year. And then they've already got plans to move her up to, because she went to college and got her BA. And I don't know if she's going to go get her master's or what, but then she's going to become a regional manager after about 6 months, most likely, which will be even more money. So she's really doing well. I'm proud of her. She's done really well. And her boyfriend, they're going to be getting married, I would imagine, soon, which I hate not being able to go to the weddings, but it's way up in Mississippi. And I know she wants us there, but I don't think we can afford to go 600 miles or more. But he's got a pretty good job too. He makes good money too. So it's great. They've got a house. They got a house finally of their own, which I was real happy about that. They get the baby now, and so they're doing good. I'm glad. I'm glad to know my grandchildren are doing good. Some of them I don't know because they don't talk to me. I have texted little Chris many times on Facebook, but he never answers me. So I don't know if he's upset with us or what, but he never answers me.
Who?
Little Chris.
That's just how he is.
Lexi came by here once, I think, once or twice. But I'm not sure even where she is now. If she's still here or up that way or where she is. I haven't heard from her in a while. Although she usually will answer me on Facebook. But I realize, my grandkids have their own lives to live too. So people get busy, real life, you know. That's what happens. And Dylan does call once in a while too. I think Dylan's called a couple times since he's been in the service. But he calls his mother, and she's usually here anyway. But he's doing okay. He's had a little bit of trouble adjusting to the service, but I guess he's doing okay. He's got a girlfriend now too. I think she lives in South Carolina or North Carolina or somewhere around there. I feel like I'm talking to myself now. Well, Kirsten, you're making me kind of curious about those pings. I might have to go take a look and see what y'all are doing out there. They have a jail cell in the post office. That's a first. That sounds like something from the old west. You must live in a really small town to have the jail cell in the post office. Although Trenton is the town next door to us, which is still pretty decent in size. That's where the county seat is. They uh, they have a city policeman, a couple of them, I guess, but they use the county jail. Always have. They have a probation office there. Well, a probation office isn't a jail. That's just a place for people on probation to report to. So are you at home now, Wesley, or are you out on duty now? Are you back at the base? Hmm. I'm talking to myself again, I guess.
Maybe they left you.
It could be. Maybe they all left me. Of course, the internet's so weak it's hard to tell. Maybe it's probably lagging like crazy. Well, guys, looks like we're lagging so bad that I might as well shut this thing down. It's just lagging too much. Yeah, I see how that would work, Ken. Somebody violates probation, they put them in the jail cell until they can do whatever they got to do with them. Probably just you and I now, Ken. So I think I'll go ahead and shut it down. Maybe we'll get doing some live painting or something, or do some more painting soon, and try to pep this place up some. I don't want to have to close it down permanently, but if I can't get some better attendance, there's no point in fighting it, and keep trying. Oh, little Chris went up to Weston's birthday. Well, that's good. I didn't see him in the video, so I didn't know he was there. Lexi's back in Florida. That's good. Well, if you talk to your brother, tell him we said hello. We love him. Yeah, we must be lagging like really, really bad. So it's hard to do much live when you're lagging this bad. I'll learn next time to make sure I do it outside, out in the shop, in the office where I have a direct connection. Evidently, my Wi-Fi is just not strong enough to do the live. Although the next time I may just try to grab a wire and plug into the router from here if I do it again in the house. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I'm glad you all came. I appreciate you all that showed up. And Wesley, give the baby a hug and a kiss for us, and say hi to Christina for us. Ken, you have a great night, buddy. I appreciate you coming. Kirsten, thank you for coming, sweetie. I appreciate it. And I'll probably come check out your picture if y'all are still doing it, that is. You all have a good night. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye, everyone. Love you too. All right, see you all soon, hopefully. Have a good night.